What's cracking YouTube? Punch here, and it's time for our Fakémon of the day and our 50 days of Fakémon. Yesterday we looked at Bornet and Bornus, and I think if there was a main series game set in Coteinn that was, two games the way that Pokemon normally likes to do it, Bornet and Bornus would be version exclusives, and today's Pokemon would be their counterpart in the other game. Today, we've got, rather than wasps, we've got mosquitoes. We've got the bug blood type, Nastab and Vampito. So similar to Bornet and Bornus, I went with the more traditional first stage. Looks more or less like a mosquito, and then made it a little bit more humanoid as it evolves. I really love how Gamefreak, with some of my favorite bug types, they kind of play around with the features of certain bugs and use them in different ways. A classic example is Pinsir, kind of having these big mandibles on its head as horns instead of coming out of its mouth. So I wanted to play around with that, and I thought, what about if we took the long, disgusting, blood-sucking proboscis of a mosquito and put it on his hands, so he's got like long, blood-sucking fingers. Super disturbing, but like, nobody likes mosquitoes. Like, a mosquito Pokemon should be horrendous, right? So I know we've got Buzzwole. I'd already designed this one, but I'm stoked because taking it in this direction means that Gamefreak can give us Buzzwole and it looks completely different. Their ability is called Thirsty, and what it does is it increases the damage output for any healing moves. Moves like Leech Life, Absorb, Giga Drain, Drain Punch. It powers up those kind of moves, and therefore also increases the amount of HP that is restored to the user with this ability. Really unsure how you guys are going to respond to Vampito, whether anyone's going to like it. Won't be surprised if it's pretty unpopular. It's a little bit based on the character Transketo from Beast Wars. Transketo was not a character on the show, but was one of the toys, and this was one of the toys that... See, I live in one of the most isolated cities in the world, right? So you guys might not identify with this situation, but one of the things we had to grow up with was you'd go to the shops, you'd buy a toy, you'd look on the back of the box, you would see other toys in the same line and be like, oh, sweet, I want to get that one. And then the toys that you now know exist and that you need to have never come out in your country or in your city. And you go to the shops week after week and you never, ever, ever find it. Thankfully, times changed. We ended up with things like the internet and eBay, and I've been able to get my hands on Transketo finally. But what really kind of blew my mind was that even though this was one of these toys that I wanted for so long, it turns out it was one of the worst selling toys out of the whole range. So, I don't know. People hated it. So people might hate this Pokemon, and if you do, that's fine. Like I said, nobody likes mosquitoes, and that's alright. But it's similar to the Blowfly Pokemon. My dex would just not be complete without a mosquito Pokemon. Let me know what you guys think of Nastab and Vampito in the comments section, and I will see you guys tomorrow with a brand new Fakémon. Until next time, my name is Punch. Have a good one.